been given an opportunity to come here, and we know that Bradford City are in League Two. We obviously want to get them out of League Two, and that's the attraction. The attraction is to come here and do well, and try and get us promoted.
You sort of see similarities in terms of arriving at the club with Plymouth when you came here, in terms of a club that probably feel that they shouldn't be in the division they're in currently.
Exactly. I think that you're correct in saying that both clubs were in a similar position. Plymouth Argyle, when I went there, had just missed out on the playoffs, and we had to obviously get them out of the division. And it's a similar story here. I was at Morecambe last year, and we were the surprise package of the league, but it shows you what you can do with team spirit, ability, and a lot of team building as well to get us into that position. We were one of the top goal scorers in the division last year, and we created the most opportunities. That's what I'd like to try and bring to Bradford City Football Club, is an exciting brand of football, a winning style of football, and we all know that in football management you need to win.
And obviously, talking of Morecambe in the fantastic achievement now, it's a very different sort of level of expectation coming to a club like this, isn't it? Similar going back to the Plymouth scenario where the expectations from minute one are going to be right up there, aren't they?
Exactly, and that's why you come to a club in the stature of Bradford City, because you know the pressure, and I'm well aware what the supporters need and want, and they want their players, their manager, to have a work ethic. They want them to play in a way that excites them. The work ethic is one that I've had in all my teams, and that's what I want to try and bring here. We've got to get ourselves into a much better position than we're in at this moment in time. I've got to say that Connor and that did a really good job while they're in interim charge, and I want to move on from there.
Obviously, you're coming into a club where a lot of players are out of contract and have moved on. It's going to be almost not quite a blank canvas, but pretty much you can make your mark on it straight away, can't you?
Yeah, we've got 14 players under contract, which is good. We'll obviously have to add to that in the transfer window. We've still got a good bit of time until the season starts. I didn't go into Plymouth Argyle until the 11th of June, so I've got a week's head start on that one. And we're in a situation where a lot of players will be coming out of contract, and it's my job to now identify what we need to get ourselves into a better position.
And it's a good club to be able to sell to players, isn't it?
Exactly. I think that walking into this football club is something that I've enjoyed. I think that Ryan has shown his vision and what he wants from the football club over the number of months that he's been in charge, and I've bought into that, and I think that we're looking to get ourselves moving.
In terms of fan base and size of stadium, probably the biggest club, or definitely the biggest club in League Two. Is that a challenge you're looking forward to get them back where they should be? Really?
Yeah, listen, I'm here because I like working under pressure, and I've got to get to say that if I'm going to take this job, you're going to be under pressure from day one. You've got to get yourself moving, you've got to get yourself out of this league and into League One, and I'm under no illusions what my job entails. I've come here because I enjoy working under that pressure, and I've been to Plymouth Argyle. We had to obviously do exactly the same. Morecambe was a different situation. That was a pressure situation. We had to keep it in the Football League, and then we got ourselves out of the division. So I know what I'm here to do.
Well, what would you say you can bring to Bradford City then that can get them out of this division?
Yeah, I look at my teams that I've had over the years, and they've got a work ethic to it. They've certainly got a style of play. We can change formations at different stages in a game, in a season, that it benefits. You only have to look at the players that I've had over my time. You only have to look at Morecambe last year, the way that we created chances, scored goals. There's a track record there to look at that I hope to bring to this football club.
And Ryan, how important is it that you've got a 3-year deal with Derek and you've got this sorted out relatively early in summer?
Yeah, I'm delighted, obviously, to get the deal done. You know, when we made the change with Mark and Connor, I was very clear in saying we weren't looking for any candidates. We knew who we wanted to bring to Bradford City, and we're delighted to have done that. I think the run that Derek's gone on obviously has forced us to be patient, but what an incredible run, and you know, to appoint a promotion winning manager, I think is a first for this football club, and is a clear statement of intent.
It's probably fair to say it's a summer that never seen before really in football, with the whole COVID situation. Fans haven't been in at Bradford for 18 months. It's something, you need that stability is what's needed now, isn't it?
Well, it's stability, but it's about making sure when people come back, they're coming back to a football club that is alive and well and kicking, and that is my sole focus. I said I would leave no stone unturned, and I meant that. And I think, you know, we needed leadership off the field, which we have, and we needed leadership in the dugout, which we now have, and we're delighted with it.
But Derek, it's a fairly young form with Ryan running the club. Is that something that you're looking forward to as well, the difference there?
I mean, Ryan is very experienced, you know, from the point of view that, you know, his track record and the jobs that he's had. And I think that he's going to be, you know, a great ally to me at this football club. And his vision, his strategy that he's shown is going to, you know, take us, you know, very far.
Thanks very much.
Hello, Eric. It's Leon from the Yorkshire Post. Have you been in any sort of backroom stuff with that been sort of
Not at this moment in time. That will be addressed over the coming weeks, and you know, as I always say, that I look to assess what we have at this football club. I've done that in my time in management, and I'll do that.
What have you made from Bradford from afar? Obviously, you know a lot about this division. Have you got a fair bit to work with already?
You mean if I look at the squad, you know, and we've got, you know, a nucleus of a good squad there. We obviously have to add to that. There's no doubt about that. But there's players there that you know, are very good for this division and to get us out of this division. And I think that we can bring in players that will complement the ones that are already here.
How hard of a decision was it to leave Morecambe, having secured promotion for the first time, to leave one with them?
Well, the thing was that, you know, I was asked, you know, over a 3-year span to get Morecambe out of League One, and that 3-year span was only going to start this season. So, you know, fortunately we've done it in a very quick space of time, and you know, I felt that my job there had been done. I had been asked to get promoted to League One, and that was finished, and that's why I've come to this football club, is to get Bradford City out of this division.
With respect to Morecambe, will you be looking to bring anyone with you?
Well, I'll have to assess that. You know, I don't know what their situation is at this moment in time. They've obviously got players out of contract, but until I find out if they've offered players contracts or not, then, you know, I'll assess that.
Derek, how long has this deal been in the offing?
Well, I spoke to Bradford City. I was given permission by Morecambe in December to speak to them, and it didn't work out at that moment in time because of a variety of reasons, and it had just been put, you know, to bed at that moment in time. It resurfaced over the last few days, and they made another call to Morecambe, and they gave me permission to speak to Bradford, and that's when it happened.
Objectively, you've seen arguably City at their best this season and maybe at their worst as well. What is missing from this side, and what was missing from their promotion push in your eyes?
That's not something that I'm going to discuss because that's not right, but you know, from my point of view, that I'll look at the squad, I'll look at how we can get ourselves into a better position, you know, footballing wise, player wise, and everyone will know, you know, the kind of methods that I have, you know, to get themselves into a better position.
The club announced their retained list not too long after Mark and Connor's departure from their previous positions. Was that something that you at all had a say in? If not, were you happy with the retained list that you're receiving?
The retained list was obviously put out in my meeting in December, you know, I spoke about we obviously had to reduce the squad size, the squad wage bill, and probably the age of the squad as well. And I did, you know, at that meeting say, you know, what I was looking to do, and you know, that's probably, you know, where that's come from.
How big will recruitment be for you this summer?
Yeah, it's always big. Any club that you go to, any summer, you've got to, you know, judge the squad that you have. You've got to, you know, work on the positions that are going to benefit you going into the season. And it's, you know, something that I'm always been experienced in. And, you know, over my time as a manager, you know, I've changed squads season on season. And sometimes, you know, in a January period as well. You've just got to be ever changing. The modern day, it's about, you know, getting that right blend.